Let me go ahead. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? So we're just gonna go ahead and watch this video. It says she turned off her comments. Okay. Carnival don't want y'all. She says ratchet women are ruining cruises. Okay, let's check it out.
And then y'all turn around days later and make a Carnival video bashing the cruise line for new rebranding and new things they got going on. Now y'all complaining about that 100,000 point something black is complaining, because I know it ain't nobody else. Black is complaining about Carnival wants y'all to have some decorum now on their goddamn cruise.
All right, so just as a quick disclaimer, I don't hate my own kind. I'm not here to make like no black woman or black man bashing videos, but I can admit as a black person sometimes I don't condone the things that we can do as a people. And I can honestly say, like, the culture that we kind of have, or like the mentality that we have. My dad was talking about this the other day. He was like, because I'm part Haitian. He said, man, you need to get back with like the Yanks, like really hang out with the Yanks. They call those like the black African Americans, like from the hood. And the reason why is because we don't, like when we party, when we turn up, we don't care about nothing. Like we just, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, that's in black people, period. Whether you're Haitian, Jamaican, this and that, it's just shown in different ways and forms. But yeah, I don't blame Carnival and all these other cruise lines, because it can get pretty ghetto. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen clips of it before. But anyways.
What's going on, guys? The content I have for you today revolves around the conversation that has been trending and going viral on social media a lot lately about the chaos on Carnival Cruise. And as I was looking into this topic, I found that cruise lines have been making tremendous efforts to get people back aboard their ships. And it seems that Carnival had decided to go the route of marketing themselves as the budget-friendly, family affordable cruise line of the seas.
Yep.
And since Carnival has decided to go that route, you already know what kind of crowd is going to attract. And so basically, because they have decided to lower their fares and make it so cheap, they've opened themselves up to a different element of clientele who perhaps would have not been able to afford to go on a cruise before.
Getting kicked off the Carnival cruise in Bahamas? Damn. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did a cruise last year with my family. One of the best experiences ever. I would definitely say, please, go, guys. My bad. Go on a cruise. Go on a cruise with your friends. Go on a cruise with your family members. That's the next thing that I'm trying to do, is go on a cruise with my friends. I feel like that's gonna be super dope. If y'all are all single, they have single cruises. To each his own. Please be safe. Excuse me. I'm never gonna promote promiscuity on my channel, but they got stuff like that for people who are single. They have couple cruises. If you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, go out there. It's so cool. And I've never been on Carnival before. I've only been on Royal Caribbean. I've only been on one, but still, I love that atmosphere. It was just really dope. Like everything on the ship, and then going to Bahamas. Oh man, I miss it so bad. I want to go back. Spent a lot of money though. Why are we throwing chairs, black people? Why are we throwing chairs? And that woman, she's got a pretty nice butt on her. What is this guy doing? People just acting a damn fool.
24 people are now banned from sailing with Carnival Cruise Line after getting into a fight. The video from Saturday appears to show a group of people. You see them here shoving each other while disembarking a ship inside of a terminal in Galveston. You can see people being pushed to the ground. In a statement to NBC News, Carnival...
that's the look up, man. BBLs, weave, lashes, acrylic nails, white acrylic toes, or white toes, French tip, however, like that is sundresses and two-piece sets and stuff like that. Man, you already know what you seeing when you go out there, man. But side note, I'm just talking trash. That's very unfortunate that this has to happen, man. And look at their luggage and stuff like that. They didn't even get on the cruise. And if they did, I want to say this is no, they didn't get on, because this is when the boarding people are getting the bags. Because how it goes is you drop off your bag, they put a tag on it and everything after you show your passport and all that jazz, and then they hold it for you and you don't have to worry about it. You can go onto the cruise ship. But it looks like they didn't even get to that part, or they did and they're coming back and they're fighting. Like, oh my gosh. Getting off the cruise is also another thing. Please don't play with that checkout. Get off early, or else you're gonna be waiting in a huge line to leave, like to get your bags and stuff. Anyways,
Carnival says this happened in an area under the authority of U.S. Customs and Border Patrol and has been turned over to law enforcement.
And so Carnival Cruise Line has earned the tag of Ratchet Cruise Line of the Seas.
They did.
And listen, when you price your tickets that low, you're not only attracting those who are looking for budget-friendly, family-affordable cruises for travelers, but also people who wouldn't really be going anywhere because they couldn't afford it, but also didn't really need to be going anywhere because they don't know how to act. You're inviting chaos and dysfunction. And when you go on a cheap cruise, you increase the chances that you're going to run into some cheap behavior. And the truth is, the black community has always known this element has existed within it. When you get too many black people together of a certain mentality and mindset, they don't know how to behave. And they ruin it for everybody, as they say. And so you can make up all the excuses you want, but ultimately it's chosen behavior. And even though this is just being highlighted on social media recently, this is nothing new when it comes to conversations that are taking place. And so listen, this whole thing is not about being racist or trying to blame black people. This is about a certain group of people within the culture that ruin.
No, I 100% second what he's saying. Have you guys ever, like, y'all haven't ever gone to like a school down here in Miami, Florida? And for those of y'all who did y'all go to North Miami Senior? If y'all went to Northwestern, and then be like, I ain't even trying to diss y'all schools and be like, oh yeah, we was a bad, but like, I can tell y'all, when at North Miami Senior, all from my 9th grade year all the way till 12th grade year, anytime in the cafeteria, DJ Jeff or anyone like had a speaker or whatnot, and they wanted to play music, the moment they put on City Girls, the moment they put on the ratchet, like, you know, ghetto girl music, bro, the whole cafeteria knew the song like it was the national anthem, gang. Like, you could, and that's how we are. Like, we can really turn up, and I'm not gonna say that, you know, Caucasian people don't turn up or no race really turns up, but we can really turn up to the point where, like, bro, especially with our music being so toxic and so degenerate, man, yeah. I can't excuse y'all on that one, my folks.
And everything that they touch. By bringing that same ratchet behavior that's been normalized within their home and amongst their peers and exposing it to the general public.
Why are we throwing chairs, black people? Why are we throwing chairs? Please, please, please. Why are we throwing chairs? If they had guns on the cruise, they'd be shooting. You know? Don't do that. Don't toss them in the ocean. And you know, that's so unfortunate because, like how bro is saying, Carnival is considered cheap. Like, when I was on the cruise at Royal Caribbean, all of our hosts and hostess, whenever they had like events like the comedy show or any of these other things, like, we'd party, we'd do things. And there was a time where, like, you know, there was a bunch of black ladies, they started going up twerking, and they're like, hey now, like, y'all could party, but that's for Carnival, for the ratchet. And it's like, damn, you got a different cruise line that says, yeah, that's for those guys. And we did get to see, because when you guys go to the Bahamas, all the cruise ships line up, and then when the Carnival cruise ship came up, it's almost like they had their own theme music. Like, you could see everybody just turn this up. I was like, damn. And there was some baddies coming off that thing. I was single at the time, guys. I can't really say I was single, but I was talking to Siren, and me and Siren were just saying, we're not gonna date, we're gonna be friends. But I'm gonna tell more truth about Siren. Her birthday's coming up. Happy birthday, Siren. But anyways, yep. Oh no. That's so unfortunate because, like he said,
Yeah, so that's what I meant by
option.
bringing that same ratchet behavior from home and
Damn.
exposing the general public to it. And listen, they're going to be black people who they see that, and they're still going to try to find some way to condone it.
No, I'm not gonna.
keep
I'm not
seeing
gonna
my
condone
comments
those
about
things.
Carnival being
EBT
EBT
cruising.
of the seas, and it's like it's kind of giving off shady because I've been on both cruise lines or multiple cruise lines, or I should say, and I have a different type of time or a great time on all of them. And when you say Carnival is EBT
It's a
of the
vacation,
seas,
of
it
course.
seems like you just don't want to cruise with a certain demographic of people because the service on Carnival is great. The food was better than Disney. The entertainment is great. If you go on a newer, bigger ship, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's giving some type of underlining tone. I know
wanna
that
pause so bad.
Carnival is known as the party ship. It's the fun ship. You
No,
have a
it
great
is.
time.
It
the club,
is.
you know,
It's clubbing,
have a, you know, a
partying,
little
all
1-2.
that stuff.
But it's a great ship. And if you can't cruise with all nationalities of people, maybe that's why Carnival isn't for you.
And so, yeah, there will always be people like that who want to act like they don't know what the problem is, try to hint as if there's something racist going on. But there's also those who know exactly what this is, and they're tired of it too.
Oh no, Carnival Cruise don't like black people. That's what I got. Oh, that's what I got from Carnival Cruise. They don't like black people. No, Carnival Cruise don't like niggas.
True that.
Because that's
There's
what
a
y'all act
difference.
like on the
Yeah,
people
there's
boat.
a difference.
Niggas. Black people, white people, Hispanic people, we all tired of y'all ass.
That's true.
We there to relax, have a good time.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm gonna be so honest, bro. When I'm thinking about vacation, I'm not thinking about running the fade. I'm not thinking about infidelity. I'm not thinking about, man, my shorty's going. All these other crazy things are like, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, it seems like on Carnival, like, things just be going down. They be cheating. And I'm not gonna say that cheating can't happen on all cruises, but I don't know, man. It just seems like there's some kind of, like, now that Carnival's in the limelight, there's just some kind of specific targeting now. And it seems like now that everybody's paying attention, there's every glaring flaw. It's cheap, which I'm sure that's a reason. I kind of now want to tell my homeboys, like, yo, now we actually can go onto a cruise, because I've been trying to plan that with my friends and stuff like that, but nah, bro. They also said that it's not as clean as like some of the other ships and stuff like that. I've never been, so I don't know, but it's a lot of shade that be thrown to Carnival, and trust me, I'm sure Carnival is they're living just fine. They're making their money just fine, but all that tomfoolery, ratchetness, and NIGGA behavior, that definitely gotta go. Like, it's not wanted anywhere. That's why, you know, we're very vocal on social media, and you know, you see AI taking over. What do they talk? Or not talk about, what do? They show us in Hellcats. They show us being monkeys, wearing gold chains, eating chicken, and this and that. Like, literally, I don't know. But it's spot on, though. I'm not going to cap with you. It's spot on the stereotype.
I'm getting a little jiggy. Y'all get drunk as shit, throwing up on the fucking deck, fighting, arguing, fucking shit up. You know what I mean? Giving the people hard fucking time.
Right.
You know
That's
what I
not
mean?
cool.
We there to relax. And when we get there, all we hear is a bunch of niggas. Loud, obnoxious.
But I'll be
We are
honest,
there to
I've seen
have
a lot
good
of black
time.
people on
That's
the
why I go
Royal
on cruises
Caribbean
that don't
cruise.
have a lot of niggas.
But that one,
Like the
that
Disney
one went pretty
cruise,
well.
all that other shit. So I'm glad that they changing their fucking policy.
Exactly. People go on vacation to escape their reality,
Yeah.
get some much needed R&R. And those people aren't trying to have to deal with people who are emotionally unstable, make reckless, impulsive decisions, and show no respect for where they are or the people around them. And listen, when you got to get law enforcement involved to basically start dedicating its own department to this kind of behavior, that shows how toxic the culture really is.
Right.
The pandemic, cruise travel out of Galveston has dramatically increased. Data from the port shows the last 2 years have been the busiest on record, with this year expected to be even busier as a fourth terminal opens.
As they're floating cities.
Might seem like there's no rules.
If something happens that's illegal, you're going to meet the FBI at your port when you get back.
Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Don Gay leads the FBI's Texas City office, now with a dedicated special agent focused on cruise crimes.
Most often we see an overindulgence of alcohol on the ships.
He estimates that's a factor 80% of the time, leading to federal criminal investigations most often for sexual assault and assaults that cause serious injury. The FBI also looks into suspicious deaths on board, missing persons, and high-value thefts, all with time being critical.
And listen, this is what happens when we don't care about good things. Something that used to be wholesome, good fun. You know, karaoke nights and sing-alongs and...
Man, I missed karaoke when I went. It was supposed to be me and my Uncle Frank, bro. I missed it. I honestly chickened out. Because at first I was going to go, but I was like, I ain't going to lie. I was kind of sharking a little bit, walking around, trying to see what fine stuff was going to be out there. But then when I was like, I'm by myself. Do I really want to go out and sing? I ain't doing it. But I come to find out my uncle went anyways. Like, should have just went.
Dance contests and laying by the beach and eating too much food at the buffet because you could, so you would. And it's been ruined by bringing the most negative elements from the black community and bringing it to the open oceans. And so I don't blame Carnival for doing what they need to do, like banning Bluetooth speakers, so that way people can't just blast whatever music they want and ruin it for other people who paid to be on that ship like everybody else has. Right. Because I don't think when Carnival lowered their fares to make it more affordable, they were also hoping to become the most ratchet cruise line.
Everybody may not agree to this, but it is what it is. I do not blame Carnival for the new rules that they are enforcing.
Yeah, they gotta make money, man. Make money and protect their people and
products. The young adults, they going on here and they showing their bare ass. Yeah. I get y'all want to have fun, y'all want to turn up, y'all want to enjoy yourself, but if you cannot handle your alcohol or your Zod, you don't need to be on that cruise ship because it's supposed to be like a family thing. Number one, there's all type of people on these cruise ships, and there's children on there. And the videos that I see that people be posting, half of it be funny, half of it be fun, everybody turning up, dancing. But then it's the other half, it's the ignorance, and that's exactly what people are bringing to these cruise ships.
Exactly, and there are people who get on those cruise ships and they're just looking to have some fun with their families and just have a nice good old time. But then when we talk about this subject, black people don't want to acknowledge the obvious. Instead, they want to call it racist. Every situation is not about racism, but that's the narrative that'll get pushed in order to avoid accountability. And listen, you should never be embarrassed when you see this sort of behavior if you understand how you carry yourself and how you present yourself when you're out in public and the standard that you set with your family. And so this has nothing to do with Carnival no longer wanting the black dollar, because the fact of the matter is, with any corporation, any company that's looking to remain successful, if they notice that their public image is being impacted negatively by whatever, they're going to put policies and provisions and things in place in order to rectify that.
They acting stupid. They acting like they don't know how to conduct themselves. So I don't blame Carnival for putting a stop to certain shit. I feel like the shit need to go to 25 and up because
I'm not gonna lie, that's controversial. I feel like you can do that, but not for Carnival, because Royal Caribbean and all these other places are not doing that either. Even Norwegian cruise and stuff like that. Like, there's some that are like seniors only and things like that, but not for something like this. Like, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. Your age don't matter. Like, there's people in the black community who are 30 who still act like they 16. I see it. Like, I'm not out the hood. I live in a good area, but I can tell you, like, all it just takes is for me to drive a couple blocks down, bro, and I'm in it. And I see it. I gotta shop in that same area. Now, I'm not dissing my people, and like I said, I'm not trying to be talking racist. I'm black myself, but I know what they're talking about. And even if you made it 25 and up, bro, it looked like the people in that video look like they beyond 25. The one that was talking about something, it's in front of my kids. Come on, you don't think that she was above 25? The dudes throwing a chair is not above 25?
On here, and number one, social media is messing up everything. They coming on here and they showing videos of how they sneaking alcohol on these cruise ships. So that's why they getting more strict when it comes to what you can bring and what you can't bring.
Idiots.
Everything is not meant for social media, and y'all don't seem to understand that. I get everybody want to go viral. I get everybody want to.
Everybody's a vlogger. Everybody's a YouTuber.
Everything is not meant to go on the net. Y'all don't think these people watch this? When you showing how to sneak alcohol on the ship,
don't think.
When you showing how y'all be sneaking y'all Zao on the ship, y'all don't think that they're watching.
They don't think.
Just like y'all have social media, so do the people.
Exactly.
This shit ran by the feds. Y'all know that shit, right? The feds watching that shit. So I said that to say
Does she have a mold by her eye?
I don't blame them people, okay? Because y'all get on that ship and y'all showing y'all bare ass. Not everybody, but a lot of people are going on this cruise ship and they just doing the utmost. The ignorance is just like at a high level. You can have fun and turn up and still not go on there trying to fight people. I just seen a video. This guy and his friends, young teenagers, not even 21 years old yet, beat up this girl boyfriend or her husband, beat him unconscious because they were in the elevator and they was jumping on the elevator like idiots. So she, the wife, asked them, can y'all stop? Of course, they get mad. They call her all type of bees. The husband stepped in after they called his wife bees, and they beat the man unconscious.
Golly, bro. Hey, I am not gonna lie. Stuff like that tomfoolery, bro. Y'all don't deserve to be on no cruise. And I hope they issue them a lifetime ban. And not just from Carnival, from all cruise lines. Nope. The only boat y'all belong on is a deportation boat. Because with that kind of behavior, if y'all was in Bahamas, you're back deported back to the United States. No. How are y'all, like, come on, guys, come on. And that's dangerous. There's a weight limit in the elevator. That shit could have fell, damaged all this property, killed somebody, caused a major inconvenience. I know how it is when the elevators stop working and things of that nature. That kind of happened, I believe, on my Royal Caribbean thing. And it sucks because now you got to leave. We were in the middle of the ship, so we didn't have to do too much walking. But still, now you got to leave one side to go into the complete other side of the ship just to use that elevator to go all the way to the 13th or the 14th floor. Stop. Come on, man. Come on.
Shit like that ruins it for everybody because it's getting to a point. Y'all see how crowded Carnival is now. Y'all see everybody and their mama going on cruises now. And it's supposed to be a fun family event, but then you have this other side of people. It's like y'all going on there to just be ignorant. Everybody don't want to be around that shit. Like that really gets annoying. Nobody don't have time for that. Like, you're still an adult. Conduct yourself like a fucking adult.
Right. Listen, this is what happened when there's no shame in the community. And we'll talk about how women don't have any shame, but the reality is those women are having kids, and those kids are becoming adults. And those new adults are the ones who don't have any shame. But they'll still complain and play victim.
Y'all are some complaining ass. Y'all hoes complain so much. Y'all are some complaining ass people. And for y'all complaints, none of y'all perfect, but it can't produce nothing. They don't even got a lot of money to change nothing, but y'all complain about everything. So now over the last few days, first y'all was doing videos of complaining about going to Miami. Your ass ain't getting what you want in Miami because you're brown skin, your body is big, you don't look like a toothpick, and you're not as white as snow. So you got mad about that. You make viral videos. Everybody, all the people who act like they got similar experiences are all the only ones liking y'all videos, complaining in the comments. And then y'all turn around days later and make a Carnival video bashing a cruise line for new rebranding and new things they got going on. Now y'all complaining about that. 100,000 point something black is complaining, because I know it ain't nobody else. Black is complaining about Carnival want y'all to have some decorum now on their goddamn cruise because y'all think y'all sit in a backyard bungalow party when you on a cruise boat and you got to go to other countries. But you don't. But because you're gonna complain about everything. So tell me something. What the do you want? For y'all not to complain? What do you hoes need for y'all to shut the up and quit coming to TikTok with your complaints? What do you need? What do you want? Can you afford a yacht to go buy a boat yourself so you ain't got to worry about Carnival rules? Can you afford a yacht? No, then shut up. If you can't afford to go buy your own yacht so you can shut the up and turn up how you want to, shut up. There are rules to follow, whether they're at your house, your mammy house, or Carnival Cruise. There are rules. What else are y'all gonna complain about? What next? I'm so tired of y'all hoes complaining. It's exactly what men be saying. Sometimes women talk about irrelevant shit that don't even do nothing. It's not gonna make you lose sleep, and it definitely don't make you lose money. Why the f do y'all complain so much?
Stereotypes exist. And while it may not be you as an individual who represents that, it may be the people who you live around and the people who you look like. And so we need to stop pretending like it doesn't, because it doesn't mean that it's you if that's not who you are. It just means there's a certain group of people who are choosing to act a certain kind of way. And that's not just a black issue. That's a societal in America.
Let me go ahead and show y'all. Now, oh man, now it doesn't look too bad, but nah, I'm gonna be honest. It's just a lot of people. That's really it. And then people are talking about the drink package, this and that. Hey, they look like they had fun though.
American issue because it ends up spilling over and affecting all communities. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the video, with the structure, layout of this particular video. Kind of went about things a little bit differently than usual. Leave your thoughts, comments, and feedback down below. I appreciate when you guys chime in. As always, if you enjoy any part of the content, make sure you smash the like button for more. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.
Definitely, brother, man. I think this was a pretty good. It says she tried to embarrass Chick-fil-A worker for clout, backfires badly. Yep, toxic woman loses it and rages out. Rage quits panel after a man humbles her. Now, we're not gonna watch all those kind of videos. That's, like, I could follow this guy, so that's what I'm gonna actually do. I'm gonna subscribe, and then we'll see more of his content. But excuse me, it says she's mad, no one's helping. Yeah, I don't want to really make a whole bunch of like entitlement videos and videos talking about like females and stuff like that. Like, we all know how it is. It just is in society. But anyways, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.